Time to bring in Mike Cozzi. Morning, Mike.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm good.
All right. So yesterday, I finally got home because I had a double header here at the station. It's funny, Mike. People think that at 9 o'clock, I'm done for the day. They don't realize. No, I didn't get home last night till I want to say 4:30. Yeah. Especially during the holidays. Especially during
long
the holidays.
day.
Not really. You work for yourself. It's a different thing. You know what I mean? No one's telling me what to do. Well,
It's true.
I take that back. Jill tells me what to do. But other than that, nobody tells me what to do. So it's okay. So I got a chance to sit and watch some of the Major League Baseball Network yesterday during the final. Yesterday was the final day of the winter meetings. And it's amazing the amount of money that is floating around in sports in this country. It really is. It's just and
It's not just here; it's everywhere. I mean,
Yeah.
if you go to Europe, soccer players make more than anybody in the world.
Yeah. It makes the salaries entertainers get for blockbuster movies meager.
The whole thing's out of whack.
Well, anyway, the meetings are over, but there's still a lot of trading that can go on.
Trades can go on any time.
Yeah. So the Yankees lost Didi Gregorius, and they lost Austin Romine. I'm trying to think so far. Those are the two that they lost.
They got Cole, and they kept Gardner.
Yeah, and they're looking at they're looking to try to get some reliever from Milwaukee. There's a long-haired kid that's meant to be a great reliever, and people are thinking that they're trying to work a deal with Stanton for another reliever.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Everybody said they lost Betances. Oh, the Yankees lost Betances from the bullpen. I think that's a lucky thing.
Well, it is, but you got to see you don't get something like Betances back.
Yeah.
And trust me, the only way they're going to get rid of Stanton is if the Yankees pay 90% of the salary.
They might be willing to do that. Who knows?
Well, if they are, then, whole luxury tax.
I think that everybody predicts that the luxury tax is going to, the limit for it in 2 years is going to go sky high.
I'm sure the Yankees will coerce somebody into doing that.
That's exactly right. And so they'll eat the tax for a couple of years until it goes sky high again. You know that the Yankees are going to try to do that because in 2 years they've got a bunch of players, young players, that they're going to have to pay. So.
Baseball needs a salary cap.
Yeah.
More than any sport, baseball needs a salary cap.
Well, anyway, so I don't know. The Jets did what the Jets do. They got slaughtered last night.
They stink. They are terrible.
I didn't watch any of the game. But
I watched some of it while I was doing some schoolwork, but they're awful.
42-21.
And they scored a defensive touchdown, or else it would have been worse. And they lifted the Ravens quarterback with about 14 or 13 minutes left in the game, or else it would have been worse.
All right. So
you should have heard. I think I couldn't tell what it was, and the announcers being the announcers, they don't tell you anything. There was a huge JETS chant going on down in Baltimore. Now, I don't think it was Jet fans. I think it was Baltimore fans just mocking the Jets, rightfully so.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't expect too many Jet fans down in Baltimore.
No, I wouldn't either. So that's why I think they were mocking the Jets. And they should mock the Jets because they stink. And if they don't like it, get better. You're a professional athlete. It's not like you're picking on a little kid that can't play. And, I'll leave my comments in my head about that one. But you're a professional athlete, and if they're in the stands and they're going to make fun of you, they're entitled to make fun of you.
All right. So let's go to the picks for this week.
I have a feeling we're going to be very similar this weekend.
I don't know. You never can tell. First off, I'm going to take the Packers over the Bears.
Oh, we're not. Okay.
Okay, that's my first pick. Then, oh my goodness gracious, I'm going to take the 49ers over the Falcons. And who else am I going to take here?
You got to take this other game. You have to.
I have to?
If you don't, you're foolish.
Really?
Oh, God.
I'm looking here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you're absolutely right. Patriots over the Bengals.
Yeah. What, are you kidding me?
I didn't see that there. I didn't see that there. So Patriots over the Bengals, yeah.
Yeah, I have New England over the Bengals, and I have San Francisco over Atlanta, and my other game is Seattle over Carolina.
Yeah, that's
so
good.
I have San Francisco, New England, just like you. You have Green Bay. I have Seattle.
All right. I'm looking at the Sunday night game. It's the Bills against the Steelers. They both are fighting for playoffs, so that has potential to be a good game. But boy, there's just a lot of bad teams in the NFL.
Very many bad teams in the NFL.
Yeah, it's just.
Hey, is tomorrow Army Navy?
I think so. And no, let me check here.
Yeah, tomorrow's Army Navy.
Yeah.
It's the only college game being played.
Yeah,
it's the only major college game being played.
And I've become an Army fan ever since Jake served his tours of duty in Iraq and became a captain and everything like that, and he was in the Army. I've been following and Army's done great the last couple of years. So
yeah, I don't root for either team. I just like the presentation and everything that goes with it.
I'll tell you what, when you're a member of the Army or when you're a member of the Navy, it really does. That game, it brings out those emotions on that day.
I can guarantee something in this game, too.
What?
Nobody will be kneeling for the anthem.
No, nobody will be kneeling at all. Speaking about kneeling, and then we have to go out, and it's not really kneeling, but it shows you what state the game's in. You heard about the big bust of ex-NFL players, right?
No.
Okay. They finally got the league, and it's not enough, but they finally got the league to come up with pensions and everything like that for old players, and they could file for some medical stuff. Well, and I look over the list. There's a list of 15 ex-NFL players who have bilked the league out of, I think it's $9 million with false claims. And here's what's bad about that. The NFL was wrong the way they just dumped the old players and didn't have any benefits for them, and they didn't give them everything they wanted. But the NFL did come up with money for players from video game, a lot of different sources to come up with money to help them with their expenses. And when something like this happens. Mm-hmm. It's just this. Just
let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
I know the NFL is a contact sport and everything, okay, but like I've worked over 40 years of my life, and if something catastrophic happens to me, which something did, and I don't have the money to pay for it, is anybody that I used to work for going to come and help me?
No.
So why should they come and help people that in the last 20 years made at least $1 million a year?
Well, the ones I thought they should have given money to were the old players that they used to market the video games. That's something totally different. But I think you're right. They were in the game, and they were in the game at a time where there was very little regulation about insurance and stuff like that. If
you go back to the players of the 60s and the 70s, I could understand getting some assistance there because they didn't make a heck of a lot of money.
Yeah.
And they didn't have the medical, and they didn't have the equipment, and they didn't have the rules in their favor for injuries like they have today. But if you go back, just say to 95, why should you help anybody? Because these people made more than enough money to take care of themselves. If they couldn't handle their money, that's their problem. And if they're looking for something off a video game, boy, do they have problems.
Well, it was their likenesses, but anyways, but it points out the greediness and that goes on at all levels. And like I said, none of these players you would recognize as first tier players, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It just once again it's a stain on the sport. It's just unbelievable.
I mean, there's no big cloud in the sky that's going to take care of me and didn't take care of me. I mean, I had friends that helped, and I was very appreciative of it, but there was no source there that's going to say, oh, my Cozzi's wife has cancer, and they can't do things, and let's help them. That didn't happen. So I don't understand why it should happen for these NFL players that were put in a position to set themselves up for the rest of their life and didn't.
All right. Now, we have any racing very quickly before I head to
No,
Pat?
I didn't get any forms.
No forms, no
No,
racing.
my source didn't come through with me, so I'm left in the dark. I don't have any racing. I apologize.
That's all right. I want you to have a good weekend.
I'll try.
And I'll speak to you on Monday.
Yeah, well, maybe we can find a football game to watch. I don't even know which one of these I would want to watch.
The only ones that I really would want to watch are I like to watch, like I said, I don't know if I watch all of it, the Packer-Bear game, and also the Monday night game because it's got playoff potentials. But I won't watch that because I go to sleep. So.
You might be able to watch the Packer and the Bear game because the Giant game is on CBS and the Packer game is on Fox. And the Jets played last night, so that opens up an avenue.
Hopefully. All right there, Mike.
You don't have to watch the Giants, I don't think, if you don't have to.
No. I could watch the Giants on Red Zone and just see all the scores against them.
Well, it could be a win. You never know. They're playing Miami.
You never know. The only time I want them to lose out, they won't. You wait and see. Okay.
Is Manning playing again this weekend?
Yeah, again, he is.
Interesting.
Yeah, he is again. That's
all
what they say. We'll see. All right there, buddy. I'll speak to you Monday.
Oh, there's one more thing we missed.
Oh, what?
The Mets signed Rick Porcello for a year from Boston.
Well, I hope he's the old Rick for them.
I hope he can hit.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Goodbye.
Have a good day.
Mike Cozzi with the Check on Sports this morning here on the Breakfast Club on Robin Hood Radio.